Richard Etheridge actually was a slave who grew up on Roanoke Island, but he had a different pathway than many slaves. Although he was a slave, he was taught to read and write. He served in the Civil War, and he actually would have witnessed or been in around 20 years old when the Battle of Roanoke Island occurred right here. So when called and when African Americans were able to serve, he joined the 36th Regiment of Colored Troops and served in the Civil War. When he returned from the Civil War, he got his first job, and his job was actually at the Pea Island Life-Saving Station. And he was the lowest in rank because although African Americans, unlike any other part of the country, African Americans were able to serve in the United States Life-Saving Service here on the Outer Banks. And then a very remarkable thing happened. On January 1st, 1880, while he was still the lowest in rank at the station, he was promoted to be the keeper of Station Pea Island, and became the first African American keeper of a United States Life-Saving Service in the nation's history. And the Pea Island Station is the only station that had an all-black crew. The station is most known for a rescue that occurred October 11th, 1896, the rescue of the E.S. Newman. And that rescue resulted in the crew during hurricane conditions here in the Outer Banks, saving the captain, his wife, his son, and 6 other crew members. A very historic rescue. And the way that they did it was very unique. Typically, surfmen would launch a surfboat and try to go out in the ocean and rescue ships that they could reach and try to save people. Or they would use a technology called the breeches buoy, where they would shoot a line out to the ship, hoping it would land over the mast of the ship, and then they would create something like a zip line to save people, pulling them one by one. Well, the conditions during this rescue were so severe that they couldn't launch the surfboat, they couldn't use the Lyle gun, so Richard Etheridge actually had 2 of his best swimmers tie ropes around themselves. And they swam out to the rescue. And one by one, they rescued all 9 crew members. The rescue began at 9 p.m. and it ended at 1 a.m. And as I said, it's documented that it occurred during hurricane conditions. So very, very significant. Richard Etheridge and his crew never lived to see an award, but fortunately, the Coast Guard, 100 years after they had died, recognized them posthumously with the gold life-saving medal. So that's the rescue that they are most known for, and their story is quite a significant part of the maritime history of the country.